That's my man Mario. Give him another round of applause. Baltimore, stand up. DC, stand up. Jersey, stand up. Brooklyn, stand up.
You already know.
Oakland, stand up. Ro James, stand up. Ro James, stand up. Sway the morning shade 4-5. I had to set the tone right. Bizzle, you there? I had to set the tone right for this one. I got my brother on the line real quick. You know, we've been doing this broadcast and just really making sure we staying in tune with the citizens, but more importantly, we on touch with the culture. And my brother released a song recently, and I was like, man, I got to get this man on the show. This young man I met just hanging out with the Ghetto Gastro crew. I always like to tell the story, a group of just creative individuals who have risen and ascended to points where they just touching the globe with the craft, the creativity. They all used to hang out together, and they allowed me to hang in their crew, Heather B.
That's right.
I mean, you know, I was serving them drinks and water. You know, I was kind of like the butler, but still, I was there.
Wow.
I was there. You know, I wasn't on the keyboards. I wasn't, you know, I didn't have a pen and a pad. They wasn't asking me to do anything but bring the drink. But since then, this young man easily has become one of the most. When people say R&B was dead, they said, but you got people like Ro James, and every time they talk about R&B, but there's that Ro James, and here he is with us this morning. Give him a round of applause, Ro James.
Bro, what's poppin'?
What's up?
Ro,
How
what's
y'all
up?
feeling?
Yeah, good, man. Shit, I mean, nobody coughing.
Right, that's a fact, man.
You know what?
Shit. You know, Ro, how you been feeling? Where you quarantining at?
Man, I'm quarantined in New York, uptown.
Oh, you buying?
Uptown. I just
street?
had to get up and try to run downstairs and move my car, man. You know how that goes.
You still got? They still doing that? They're still giving people
Bro.
tickets?
They still got 2 tickets yesterday.
Wow.
New York don't
Like
care.
that, Brooklyn.
Hey, you got to explain that, Ro. Explain how they do it in New York with the parking for the citizens in the other part of the country.
Ah, man. So basically, it depends on alternate side parking. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can't park on this side. And Tuesday and Thursday, you can't park on this side. So you got to move your car for the street sweeper. And if not, they give you a ticket. And if you keep on getting tickets, they're going to give you a boot. Then you'll be stuck. So you have to be up at 7 a.m. So it's kind of crazy.
Wow. So let me ask you, when you go, say, so for example, I went downstairs. I had to, in my building, I had to go get some aluminum foil because, Ro, my chef game, baby, I don't know, man. You might have to talk to John Gray and them and tell them to come put me on their IG Live. My chef game.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's becoming stupendous. Heather will tell you I sent her pictures. But it almost gets annoying to have to put your mask on, your hoodie on, your glasses on, and you know, do all of these things to protect yourself. But even if I go downstairs to get my mail, I'm putting that stuff on. Are you doing that too?
Which part? Going to get, like, just going outside in general?
No, putting on the stuff, the mask, the gloves.
Of
when
course,
you do.
Of course. I just don't want no chances. You know, I have a few homies and a few people that are close to me that got sick.
Really?
And they were like, it was the worst sickness that they ever had. And I'm like, nah, I can't afford it. I'm good. I'm staying in the house. And if the only thing that you have to do is take precautions and wash your hands and wear gloves and a mask, and I'm going to do it. Because you don't know what other people got, you know? So,
yeah. How old are these dudes around? What's their age group? Like the dudes?
One is like 32, 28, my, like, you know, 40.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, they were saying only older people were getting it, but I'm starting to see people in my age group getting it, you know?
Yeah. Sway, to add on to the point that Ro is making, Ro, I just been under, and this is Heather, so glad you're joining us today. I've just been under the mindset, because we are in New York City, I've just been under the mindset that I think if you've been in New York the past 3 months or so, we've come in contact either with it or with somebody that had it, and you may have passed it off as just like a little cold, or maybe it's flu season, or you got a little bug real quick and you started to take your echinacea and your elderberry and drinking your tea, and our bodies may have naturally fought it off. But I think if we've been here,
say that.
I'm just kind of been under that mindset because of where we are every day. And you said you're coming in contact with your friends who are now starting to experience it. But what has it been like? Sway and I, we have older grandparents. Have you been reaching out to some of the elderly people in your family? How you been staying in contact with them, and how are they feeling?
Of course. My grandmother is here in New York, and I literally just dropped off some water to her last night, and she's great. She keeps her house so hot that Corona couldn't survive anyway. So she West Indian, so it's hot in the house. She ain't playing that.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Me and Sway been talking about how hot our grandmother's rooms be. It's like, bruh.
Yo, that's
Corona ain't
crazy.
surviving in there, yeah.
Hey, man, so who are you quarantining with? Are you by yourself?
Right now, I'm by myself. I'm switching off and on weeks with my daughter. So she lives in Brooklyn, so I take her for a week, and her mom keeps her for a week.
Okay, so you
So we're
super
trying to
dad.
share this homeschooling thing,
Okay, so are you teaching her? What are you teaching your daughter? Like, that's interesting because parents who have never had to be like academics teachers. Are now happen to be teachers. So what has been your process? How did you prepare for that?
Well, to be honest, the teachers are pretty good. They send you a pack, and just like it's kind of crazy. Like in college, you would have your courses online, and you have to chime into the chat with your iPad. That's what she's having to do. She's having to sit in front of her iPad with the teacher. The teacher has a meeting every morning, and then we just go from there. So it's easy. The hard part is that you have to keep them focused for hours to get it done. She's 7, so she's not trying to focus on that. She's home. She's like, I'm trying to play games. I'm trying to draw. I'm trying to paint. So I think just the best way to do it is just to mix it up and make it fun. Activities, painting. We're going to do a little gym. We're going to have a little dance, So just mix it up. And she plays the guitar, too, so it's like it all works together.
Hey, are you like the pushover parent? You sound like you the pushover parent.
Nah, that ain't me. That's the mom. I'm the tough one.
I like that, man. Ro James is hanging out. Tracy, could you see Ro James as the tough parent?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. But because Ro is a fellow Scorpio, I know our
was
duality.
just about to say that.
Oh, Scorpio turn up.
I'm very well aware of our duality. And so I'm wondering, Ro, because, whether we're in quarantine or not, you're always a part of our soundtrack for our sex lives, for our intimacy, for our relationships. And since you're such a sensual dude, could you give maybe some words, some tips on how people who are quarantined with their partner can maybe take this time to add some spice into their lives?
You said with their partner?
Yes, who are quarantined with their partner. How can they spice it up?
Well, first of all, I got a new song out that was started, right? Mm-hmm. It's called Touchy Feely.
Okay.
So, you can make little games. I think that if you make little games in the house, that you're really stuck. And sometimes, for a lot of people, this is the longest they've ever been stuck in the house together. So it could get a little crazy.
For better or for worse.
Right. You might not like the person too much afterwards. But I just feel like, just keeping it spicy, like you said, and giving each other space, but at the same time making it fun when you do come together. Because I just feel like oversaturation sometimes leads to complications. I've been talking to a few homies, and they're like, I got to get out the house, bro, because you're getting on my nerve. I'm like, what? I would be having fun, personally. I would be having fun. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm single right now. So for me, I'm just quarantined by myself, but I'm writing the music for the soundtracks for those that are locked in with their significant other.
Wait a minute. So what if you're not locked in with the significant other, but you do have somebody you're dealing with? Is there a virtual way to accomplish these things that you could give people a blueprint to?
Right.
I mean, there's always phone sex, but then at the same time, how long can you do that? They're talking about to the end of April, so it's like that's a lot of buildup,
Right.
I don't know. I just think the safest thing is to be away from people that, have this,
COVID-19?
Yeah, I mean, not the COVID-19. I'm talking
Okay.
about like the social distancing. Yes, social distancing. Because, a couple girls I know, they live in L.A. or Miami, and they would try to come up, and it's like, nah, you can't, because those are the places that are most affected as well. So, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. Remember what the New York City Health Commissioner says, Sway? They
What's
were
that?
saying that now is the time to step your masturbation game up. Your best partner
Is that what
is
they
your
said?
hands. Yes.
Ro, you want to comment on that? Ro, you want to comment to that? Go ahead, Ro James.
To your masturbation, I hold it inside. I'm practicing my kundalini,
Oh, okay.
True Scorpio.
Word. I'm like, how horny is everybody? You've been boning for 20 years. You can't take 2 weeks?
You feel me?
Goodness.
Well, look who talking though, Heather. Hold up, let's do a lyrical breakdown. He mentioned that Touchy Feely. Let's do a lyrical breakdown. I got Ro James. Here's our lyrical breakdown with Ro James.
I don't get it. What exactly don't you get?
Breaking down the lyrics you may not understand.
What the hell did you just say?
It's the Lyrical Breakdown
I can break it down like whatever you want.
on Sway in the Morning.
I don't know, Ro. I don't know that you saving it, man, because in this time of quarantine, I'm listening to reading the lyrics to Touchy Feely, and I don't know, man. I texted you last night, like, bro, what's your life? And so I'm gonna read I'm gonna read.
So you can imagine.
Okay, okay. Now I don't know this. I'm not sure if these lyrics are COVID appropriate. Okay, so here we go. Okay, hands on you, hands on me. I'm on you, she's on me. So we already starting off with a threesome.
Off top.
He said stop. Baby, you better get it together.
I'm not sure if we should be pushing that that narrative right now. A threesome in the quarantine era.
It's true, man. How unfortunate I put out a song called Touchy Feely and we can't touch.
Maybe it's for our fantasy life, so we can remember what to do when this is over.
Oh, what? I'm setting up the soundtrack for the after,
Exactly.
Is that what this is? You met her.
Yeah,
then, then put me down for 3, so Touchy Feely. I'm home and I'm restless and I'm bored than a bitch. About to roll me a spliff, then my phone get a hit. It's you and your best friend in the zone on a mission, trying to smoke, trying to kick it. Won't tell me your secret. Yo, bro,
tell me a secret.
Want to tell me a secret? Is that how threesomes happen for you?
They happen in different ways. I've had a few.
Okay, share that, man. Like, what's the different ways for those who don't know how to get into it? Because a lot of people, especially couples, are trying to do it but don't know how to approach it. What are some of the ways it happened for you?
Well, the first thing, you can't be whacked, so you can even get an offer for a threesome. That's the first thing. The second thing is that, I've had a number of different situations where I was invited to a threesome. One time, my homegirl had a girlfriend, and she invited me into their threesome. Another time, I was invited into a threesome relationship.
Okay.
Oh, wow. A throuple.
Huh?
You was in a throuple.
A throuple. I like that.
Okay.
And I just feel like, I don't know. I guess it's just my aura, the person that I am, that I always get invited to these situations. I can't really make suggestions for other people. You just have to know who you with and who you're around who will be interested in threesomes. But like I said, in this particular scenario, I just got a phone call and was invited to come over and smoke. And she was like, pick up some things. And I was like, oh, it's that type of situation. And so I just happened to be telling a story to one of the producers I was working with. And he was like, yo, we got to write that. And boom, this is the song. If you're honest.
Yo, that's so ill. So this is based on a true story. In a threesome, you use condoms?
Oh, what? Of course. I said
Okay,
I got
great.
one kid. That's it.
Okay, that's it, right? And then when you did the thruple, was it was it a male female couple, or was it?
Yo, those details are required right now. Come on.
I'm just
The
curious.
details. No, it's just two women. But I
Okay.
have been invited into a married couple's threesome. Ooh. That's interesting.
Did you do it? Like what?
Nah, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
You couldn't do it with the guy in the room, huh?
Nah, I couldn't do it. I just felt like it would get too sticky afterwards.
No
Plus,
pun
that's
intended.
like a one-way ticket to hell.
No pun intended.
What'd you say, Heather?
Plus, that's like a one-way ticket to hell. You just begging God to just say, yo, just take me straight to hell.
Take me out. Take
And
me.
if she's pregnant, she don't know who the daddy is.
Yeah, like, I want to go to hell now. Fuck the devil.
Right now.
Like, you broke all the commandments at one time and shit.
Oh, he is not pleased.
Oh, man. You know what? Yo, let me ask the citizens if you ever been in a thruple or had a threesome with a couple. What was your experience like? And trust me, the next one you do, you want to be listening to this song, Touchy Feely. It's brand new by Ro James. It's out now. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're looking for people who've been in thruples. 888-742-3345. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Sway in the morning. Ro James. R-O.
Yes, sir.
James.
Yes,
You got
sir.
to. Look, I was listening to this last night on YouTube, and then it went into Last Time and all these different songs.
Sir.
I saw you was working with Salon Remy.
Of course, it's Big Bro.
Salon Remy, by the way, Heather, Salon Remy got into these beat battles that people been doing, like Boy Wonder and Hit Boy and Swiss Beats and Timberland. Salon Remy can bring it, too.
He's smack, too. Oh, for sure. He got hits, bro.
He would be a problem, man. You know, it's interesting. One of the things that stand out about this song, and we got a lot of people who called in that's been in thruples. That we're going to get to every one of you. Okay, it is your songwriting. It's ill, man, and that's also why I was hitting you, because I like the way you write songs. And we had Carl Thomas.
Respect. Love Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas is a legend in the R&B world. Carl Thomas.
For sure.
Help even change the way people sang R&B. He said he used to sing about pain in such a happy way. People thought they were celebrating in this song.
Facts. So true.
And we had him on the show, and we was talking about the current R&B scene and some of the artists, and this is what he had to say about it. Here's Carl Thomas.
They talk about the state of R&B a lot. I don't know why they're even remotely interested, in my opinion. I mean, it's just like the universal law of polarity. You know, it's always going to be trash, and there's always going to be golden music out there. I think that people get confused because corporate America actually makes you search for it now. But it's there. You know what I mean? Like, you check out what cats like Ro James is doing.
Talk about it.
You know what I mean? You know, like cat. I mean, it's
Daniel
there.
Caesar,
Yeah. These cats are really, really putting it down, you know, authentically, and there will always be a place for authenticity in music.
He brought you up, bro. What that feel like? What do you think
that
about?
feels amazing, man. I look up to Carl Thomas. Emotional is one of my favorite songs. So I mean, just to be mentioned first in his lineup is so dope, and that's dope for me because I always felt like I agree with him. You have to search for the dope and for like mediocre and for the like easy shit, they put it out. So it's just like, you know, I appreciate that and somebody recognizing the real, you know. So that's what's up.
How are you financially? Not to get in your pockets, but how are you?
Nah, you did.
Okay, how are you sustaining right now, especially since people can't tour and you're not like the big mainstream artist necessarily, but you get a lot of love, and I know you do a lot of shows. So how are you? How are you managing your situation?
To be honest, I was on tour, and the first day of tour, we got canceled for the second date. So that's when all of this happened. Probably 3 weeks ago, we were just starting the tour. So I was supposed to be on tour now. I was supposed to do a tour after I dropped the album, and then another tour in the fall, and all of those things got canceled. So now it's just basically restructuring and replanning and re-strategizing how you're going to release music and how you're going to make income in this time. All entertainment, it requires being around people and people coming to your shows and interaction with people in general, and that's what we can't do. So, I mean, for me, I've saved money. When I first started, this conversation always comes back to my brain. When I first started, I was on tour with Maxwell Mary, and I broke away to do like the Soul Train Awards. It was my first TV appearance ever, and after I got done, I got off the stage. I remember being so nervous. I was like, "Oh, did I mess up?" I killed it, right? Mm-hmm. And Jill Scott came over to me, and she was like, "I love what you're doing." She's like, "You sound amazing. Save your money." That's what she said to me off top. Save your money. She was like, "Because you're gonna run into a time where you're gonna need your money, so save it." And I was like, "Cool." And that's what I did. Sometimes I spend, but most of the time I save my money just so I could be good. I'm not struggling or anything. I'm just smart with my money, and I think that's how I'm surviving right now. Is I don't have to spend anything. I have everything that I need. Mm-hmm. I got clothes galore, you know what I mean? So I don't have to be out here spending money unnecessarily. Just, make sure my family's good. So outside of that, I'm perfect.
That's dope, man. And you in Harlem, and in case you ever
Harlem.
Yeah, if you ever run out of food, you know where I'm at. I'm right here in Harlem with you, man.
Bro.
It's all good. I'm chefing now too, bro. Okay. So the question was the new single is Touchy Feely, and it's talking about a threesome. And Tracy brought up a new term I never heard of, thruples, when a couple invite somebody into their bedroom. And question is, you ever been in a thruple? We got Sally Green on the line from L.A. What's up, Sally?
What's up, Sally?
It's Cali, like L.A., Cali.
Oh, Cali Green. What up, Cali? You been in a thruple?
Damn it, man. I've been in all type of threesomes, but the throuple was crazy because, first of all, the relationship got to be solid between the married couple.
Period.
And
okay.
And once that foundation is secured, then everything is good.
Yeah, but how do you know that?
Right? Do you interview them?
Well, I don't need to know it. They need to know it. I'm only there for one thing.
You sound like you.
So that's the understanding they need to have between themselves.
Wow,
well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. It could get sticky. I ain't mean the sticky, but I meant like it could get sticky because a lot of times people have insecurities. One time, to be honest, one of my homies was in a throuple and got into a fight with the husband.
Why? What happened?
Going too crazy on the wife.
I tell you, that trip to hell is loud and long.
Hey, it's a tricky situation.
You ain't gonna smack it better than me. He like, nah. He was right.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all need to have pep talks before that.
Yeah.
Then you gotta worry about her going back to see the dude afterwards. You know what I mean? If it's too good, so.
Callie, would you suggest
crazy.
it? Would you suggest a couple do it? Yay or nay?
I would suggest it if I was the third person, but if I was a couple, maybe not so much.
Okay, thank you, Callie.
You're
a citizen.
Okay,
yeah, man. Jeez,
wow.
man.
Take another call, Sway.
Okay.
More people?
Yeah, there's plenty of them, man. Let me see. We got.
Because my thing is, Sway, I'm curious because he said the next caller you take, how secure could your relationship even be if you even entertaining this idea? Somebody ain't being satisfied sexually.
We got a anonymous.
Go ahead.
No. Either that or what? Finish your thought.
I was gonna say either that or they came into it being freaks and wanted to explore.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that's what it is too. Like, sometimes people that were in threesomes get into a relationship and that's the basis of their relationship after that.
Oh,
it's just bringing other people in.
We got an anonymous caller, so we
he's
should
always good.
We're gonna call her Yvette. Okay,
Dear
so
Yvette.
Yeah, exactly. Dear Yvette, yo, pull that up, OQ. That's the legend, LL. Yvette, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, you're Yvette.
Hey.
Anonymous. Okay.
Hi, I'll be Yvette. That's fine. I'm doing all right. How y'all doing?
We chilling.
Great. How you feeling?
Great, Yvette. So you been in a throuple?
I'm not in a throuple, but I've had a couple of threesomes. I've had my experiences. And one thing about it is that I heard Heather B saying, if about the relationship not being right, but there's a couple of ways you could look at it. Because if communication is on point, right, and you're able to tell the person that you're with, like, this is what I want to do, then that's kind of pretty dope if you guys could move forward accordingly. You know what I mean? So it all depends on, who you're with and how you're going to do it. But, like, I'm an alpha female. So anytime me and the man that I was with, we got somebody, like, I would let him, pick the girl. But, like, in the bedroom, she knew what she was there for. You get what I'm saying?
But Yvette, I'm trying to figure out, because you just see immediately you jump to you're an alpha female and you let the guy pick the girl. I'm just trying to say, as a woman who, is no way you go to your man and be like, let's bring another dude in here. Like, something is wrong.
It's true.
Well, yeah, no. That's true. That's true.
Heather,
that's true. But
there's a whole community called cuckolding.
I know there is a community of that. I've seen that before. That's interesting. And that's a whole different, I don't judge nobody. Everybody, gets excited and gets their shit off how they do. But that's not what I'm interested in. But people do their thing. It's all, I feel like it's all about communication. You have to communicate. You have to communicate. You got to be honest.
Hey, Yvette, this Ro James is on the line. Do you follow Ro James on Instagram?
You know what? I'm kind of corny. I'm not on Instagram. I kind of hate social media altogether, but I love Ro James. Don't get me wrong. Hi.
What's up? Hey, what's up? Good morning.
That shit about to pop off. I can already tell. Well, find a way to get in contact with him. He wrote a whole theme song. Next time you in the throuple, make sure his song is playing in the background.
With some candles.
Yes, I'm gonna put it on the playlist. That's what I'm talking about.
Touchy Feely. Okay. And then slap him next time when you first meet him, you alpha female. He likes that.
Little choke.
All right. All right. Hey, Yvette, you have a good day. All right.
Have a good day.
You too. Y'all take care.
You too. Ro James is on the line. Touchy Feely, the new single. Last time. We're gonna play that in a second. And he's still figuring out when this album gonna come out. May. So it is coming out in May, and it's independent.
We're figuring it out the date exactly, but May. Yep.
And you're independent now.
No, I'm still RCA, Sony.
Oh, you still RCA? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So get that RCA.
Shout out to Sam and Dio up there, and Mark Pitts.
Oh, baby Sam, Mark Pitts, that's right. You with the
Wayne Barrow, that's my family up there.
Oh man, you rolling with Rush. That's figured.
Rush, that's my brother too.
Okay. We got one more caller. I'm gonna take one more. This is anonymous too. Let's give anonymous from Colorado a name. What can we give her? There was Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
Nikki, how you doing?
Hi.
Hello, Nikki.
How are y'all today?
Cool. So what's your threesome? Share with Ro James what your experiences have been like. Just speak directly to him. Go ahead.
All right, well, I kind of can relate in the sense that my husband and I are pretty much swingers. And it's not that neither one of us are not satisfied with our sexualness. Like, let's see, we met back in 2006 and we got married 6 years ago. I have 2 wonderful children, great family life. You would never know. But, sometimes if we go out or we go to, like, these sex parties, it's kind of like we're not really the type to just indulge right away. Like, I'm going to fill it out. He's going to fill it out. If it's somebody that we like or somebody that we meet that we like, we'll talk to him, see if the vibe is right, and then we'll go from there. And if not, that's what it is. And first off, the lady, if we choose to go for a lady, she always gotta have, at least be some type of lesbo type. And if we go for a guy, it's not no homo shit, but I mean, you gotta be cool with another guy being there, engaging too. So, and it's not, for me, it's about quality, not quantity, because my husband and I look good. And why would I downgrade to something I want for just 2 seconds?
Do you ever get concerned about your husband being too into the guy?
No.
Does that happen?
I mean, my husband's he's very, what's the word? Masculine or whatever. Very metrosexual or heterosexual, what's the word?
Heterosexual,
yeah. So, I mean, he's cool. But like I said, it's just, I mean, my husband's very muscle, tattooed. I mean, that's the type I like. So I'm looking at other guys that are muscle, tattooed, look like you take care of yourself.
So your husband, Nikki, go ahead, Sway. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
If they're feeling each other, you know, and me as a female are feeling each other, you know, that's what it is.
So the two men don't interact sexually, you're saying, because your husband is heterosexual, but your husband is okay with watching another man have sex with you.
Yeah, I mean, because he's probably on the other end.
Are they slapping high fives?
I mean, not really. If they feel the need to, like, hey, good time. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, it's just like, it's the guy and the girl has to know up front, you're not here for no solo stuff.
Okay.
Anytime you interact, you're going to interact with us. And that's what it is. And if you can't understand that, then you're going to get moved on. And that has happened before.
Okay. All right.
So,
hey, thank you.
I mean, sometimes females and guys forget which lane they're supposed to be in.
Okay,
and the marriage has to be strong enough. Communication has to be strong enough to move on. Because at the end of the day, you're just here for us to have fun with you.
Okay. So here's the thing. Everybody who's into these thruples and threesomes, you have a new theme song. It's called Touchy Feely. So, Nikki, promise you're going to play Ro James' song music in the background next time that occurs. Is that a promise?
Yeah. I will. Like, I'm about to. So we got like a nasty-ass playlist and shit that we always be doing. So if it's like super, super nasty, then I add it to that playlist. But if it's something like I like it, you know, something for some nice little candlelight dinner, like, you know, we'll add it to that playlist. But if it's like some raunchy stuff, like, you know, Lil Duval song, that song packed me up.
Which one? Living My Best Life?
My best.
No, the new one.
Oh, okay.
He just came out with it. With Tank is on it. I forget what song it was called. But that song is funny.
Okay. So Lil Duval is on your playlist. Okay, so it got to be Touchy Feely is very nasty. Trust me, it's gonna make your song.
It's going both of your playlists.
Okay.
I'm about to. I'm on my stuff trying to add it now.
Okay, that's
Touchy
what's up. Touchy Feely.
Go.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, you're a citizen, Nikki. Yo,
Sway in the morning.
I didn't expect this conversation, Ro James, but thank you.
Yo, bro, I was about to say, this conversation seems like a bigger conversation after this. Like, what?
Yeah, man, but we're going to stop it here.
It's still the morning. It ain't the evening, fam.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you later, bro. But congratulations, and I think what's absolutely, this dude is extremely talented. He definitely has our stamp. Ro James. I'm looking forward to the album. You got a title of the album yet?
Romantic.
Perfect.
Dope.
I like that.
Yes, man.
Congratulations on everything, man. I'll check in with
brother.
you while we're both in Harlem, okay?
Let's go, man. Thank you, guys. Y'all be safe out here.
Okay, if the
You
citizens,
too.
if they want to continue this bigger conversation with you on social media, just hit them up directly. Tell them where they can hit you at.
And you guys can hit me up on Ro James XIX. That's ROJAMES XIX, and that's on everything.
There it is. We got.